The American Promise. Take a stroll anywhere in this country. Somebody is always starting something, fixing something, changing what they feel is unfair.
Between 1977 and 1984, 129 bank branches closed down around the city. Many of those were in this neighborhood. So what you had was a situation where it was a given that you could not get a loan to purchase a home, say. It was absolutely a given that you couldn't get any startup money to help your business.
Just so you know, I'm the president and co-founder of the Central Brooklyn Federal Credit Union. So I have a very deep stake in this institution.
The American Association of Retired Persons gather in a Bedford-Stuyvesant church to learn more about the local credit union.
What kind of institutions can we build that will enable people to participate in a political way, in a financial way, and even in a cultural way? And so a credit union is just one of those tools that we have established.
What we've done is take several millions of dollars and put them under the control, the Democratic control, one vote per person, control of people who are often portrayed in the general media and in many people's perceptions as having nothing or almost nothing in the way of resources or chance to advance. We've set up an institution now where people can see day in and day out that, yes, we own this building. The community owns it. The credit union owns it, and the credit union is owned by its members.
At the opening of the credit union, Errol and I had sort of almost jokingly referred to ourselves as the world's first hip-hop credit union. We're part of a cultural movement that is known as hip-hop. That is, young people took music from early generations, respun it, and put a brand new sound over it. And so we feel that, that the same thing can happen politically. The credit union is exactly that. Through a hip-hop metaphor, we were able to really let people know that we were really standing on the shoulders of people that had gone before us. But at the same time, saying that we are going to do things in a different way.
Hi, how are you? Good to see you.
Great.
How did the show go? It went very well. Went very well. I got a nice review. We used paintings as collateral for a loan, and now we have over 12 to 15 paintings of his, and we're very proud and honored to be used as a depository for his work.
How you doing? This is what the credit union is all about. It's a collective group of people putting monies together in order to invest in the community and also to help themselves.
We're enabling people to go to school. We're financing computers to help children learn. We're financing the tuition that will enable people to grow and to develop and to advance themselves and their family.
One of the reasons why you're here is in order for him to learn what is an integral part of this economy, which is to save. The credit union have a very good program in where they allow the kids to be able to start saving at an early age so that they can know what are the fundamentals in banking, like depositing and how to withdraw the money and having their own responsibility of saving their quarters one at a time.
Mark, I think it was, called me and he said, listen, we are putting together a board of directors and we would like for you to be one of those members. He said, now you don't have to give me an answer now, but whenever you get a chance, we'd like to interview you. I said, listen, I'm a part, you know. I said, I'm a part of it.
And at some point, if we're able to sort of make clear the connection between you saving at this credit union and helping to support it and having indigenous leadership emerge that can run this complicated, important institution, maybe we'll start seeing that election day is just one day, and the other 364 days of the year, we're running the show.
People will start to understand that once they participate in this institution, that so many more things are possible. They can break down barriers, they can build homes, they can build businesses, give new life to schools and to children, whether it be through a loan or whether it be by us organizing out in front of the building.
Peace, man. How you doing?
We are an organic part of this community, and you know, we will live, we will prosper, or we will die just as this community will.
Having a choice opens a world of possibilities. In China, the bicycle is basic transportation. But the choice of bikes is few, principally the Penguin, and most are black. At the Mountain Bike Championships in Vail, Colorado, no two bikes are alike. Choice breeds competition, and competition generates even more choice. Every contestant is looking for the winning edge on dirt. It wasn't too long ago that bikes were confined to the street.
When I was a kid, the bikes that were being ridden at the time were single-speed bikes with balloon tires, or 3-speed bikes with narrower tires, or 10-speed bikes with even narrower tires. And they didn't get up these steep hills, and coming down the hills, those skinny tire bikes would just disintegrate in your hands, in fact, from underneath you. And, you know, it was quite disconcerting to have the thing coming apart when you were doing 40 miles an hour.
Gary Fisher is the father of the mountain bike, the Henry Ford of two wheels. He turned transportation into exploration. His idea: combine the multiple gears of one bike with the balloon tires of another. He's riding his fabled Answer, which he cobbled together in the early 1980s.
This bike was something I put together over about a 3-month period of just trial and error. You know, and the trial was out here, right in these hills, right here, being able to ride up them and come ripping down them without anything falling off of them and without me falling off of the bike. All the traditionalists, the guys that were riding the one-speed type, they said, it won't work. You can't do that. It's going to break down. You're going to be left behind. You know, instead of succumbing to that peer pressure, I just rode the thing. I rode away from them, and the thing refused to break. When we were out there first riding these bikes, it was like the greatest thing since sliced bread, and it was something that you could say to somebody, hey, I got a secret, and I'm going to turn you on to it. And you turn them on to it, and they go, oh, this is incredible. I can't believe it. This is going to change my life. I got to have one of these. You know, it's the old thing, you know. You find a need, you find a way to fill it, you get in there and do it.
In his wake came 30 million mountain bikes and a $5 billion industry. Risk also comes along for the ride. Not all starters finish.
Just because you think you make a great product, people don't just come knocking at your doors to come buy it. You have to really go out and create opportunities. So the same way with yourself, right? Or do you just say, you can sit behind and you say, look at me, I have all these qualifications here, and come and get me. You just don't do that. It just doesn't happen. This is not real. That's not the real world. I don't care where you are, even in America.
In this country, we champion fairness. We believe no door should be closed.
Well, my point is not necessarily mimic.
Pauline Loh-Alker is Chief Executive Officer and President of Network Peripherals in California's Silicon Valley. But it wasn't always that way.
I was born in 1942, during the height of the war between China and Japan, when my family was uprooted from a family home near the city of Canton, I guess you call it Guangzhou, running away from the Japanese invaders. And after several years later, in 1949, our family put up roots and tried to escape from Mao Zedong's Red Army into Hong Kong. My older brother, who was the first grandson in the family, first boy in the family, had a very special place in life. My youngest brother, also very, very special place. So I've always been, ever since I was young, told by my parents, particularly my mother, that my duty in life was to help my two brothers be successful. It was not for me.